So last where we left off, you guys met up with a with a compatriot or called Aurora. She saw what happened from a distance uh, at out of the inn of Aeolipoli. Saw a monster fly out from the inn into the forest. Upon investigation, she found out it was Stig, one of your party members, and he was cursed in a way with were rat lycanthropy and vampirism. She joined you guys to go hunt him down into the dark forest, where you guys had a epic battle between Stig and yourselves. Um, you eventually were able to defeat him and remove and with Aurora's help, remove the curses that was inflicted upon him. She retrieved Stig's great sword and the pieces of the ruby skull that Mason destroyed during the battle, hoping that it would help in the battle. And she confiscated him and took him back and was is heading taking him back to the headquarters in the imperial city of the Silver Ring. You guys are in the city. Um, it is the next day. You've rested. Everything's all as well, as of you that you can tell, and you can go from there. What do you guys do?
Well,
I
now
think
that
we're heading to the capital city, right? We're still going to the professor, yeah?
Yes.
I believe that
yes,
was
I
the
think that
plan.
was the plan.
Because we dealt with Stig, but we haven't dealt with the Were-Rat Queen, I don't think.
You guys set a bounty on her. You need to deliver the funds to the monster the Hunter Slayers Guild.
The Silver Ring Guild.
You contacted the Hunter Slayers first, and you set it through them.
Yeah, I believe we did the Hunters Guild because we knew people from there directly. But for the Silver Ring, we went through Bierce to hire them.
Yes.
Before we leave the city, I think it might be wise to grab something. Uh, while you guys were resting, I was looking through my journal I got from my brother, and I started noticing that there are some more techniques in the book. And I found one that utilizes a sword dance that helps resurrect someone, but it requires a diamond.
I'm assuming the next sentence is, "Can we get a diamond?"
Yes, that is the next sentence. I think it might be helpful for us, and if we get back to the castle in time, maybe we can revive the parents.
Actually, if we're
Um,
talking about inventory, we have plenty of wealth to go around. And if we're going to spend money on a diamond, I'd also like to get a spell scroll for um, teleportation circle.
I will add though, there is like a limit. Oh, yes, just as you're asking, Nix. The spell only works if it's within 10 days of when they were killed.
It has been uh, about about 3 days. I mean, not 3 days, 7 days. You I see where you're trying to do. with that information, you believe that you will not make it to the parents in time to resurrect them. That's if they were able to sit, if they didn't bury the bodies already and whatnot.
Carrotwood, tell us about this teleportation circle.
Basically, if you give me the money out of our party funds, I can make a permanent circle in our base that anywhere we go in the world, I can teleport us back to our base immediately, so that if shit like this happens again, we can be there right away.
That's like literally what I was thinking we should have there.
No way
And
you can get us there now.
Not current. Well, we don't have a teleportation circle there, so it wouldn't work unless there was a circle. But if you get me the spell, then we can set one up to make our journey quicker. I don't think we can do one right away. Let me actually double check.
What if you know of one that's somewhere else, like, say, the capital?
Well, if we buy one here, I could get us to the capital, probably. The university, I'm sure, has plenty of them. And it would take me about 10 minutes to copy it into my spellbook, so it wouldn't take a long time to get the spell sorted and set up. It would just cost us a little bit of money.
Well, I do recall we had, like, a buttload of funds in this bag of holding I'm dragging around.
Well, funny you should ask. As our financier, we have about 16,000 gold and 870 platinum in our party funds. That's not counting the copper or the silver, of which we also have a plethora of.
And the diamonds I would require in case someone fell is only 500 gold.
Do bards get resurrection or revivify?
It might be magical secrets too, which they can pull from any spell list.
I didn't get magical secrets yet. It's raised dead.
Oh.
I do need to do a bit of shopping myself, including a diamond for a new spell.
I mean, I think
Also, I don't know about you guys, but in that fight with Stig, my health was, reduced, and I don't know if that fixed itself or we need treatment for that.
I think that would probably require powerful healing magic that we don't have, but there may be potions for that as well if we look for them. That's just an assumption. I don't do alchemy, so I have no idea.
What resources do you need for this magic circle, Carrotwood?
Well, I would need... Really, all I would need is really to cast... Ooh, that's a lot more work than I thought it was. To create a permanent one, I would need to work on this for about a year. But as long as I have the proper stonework, the materials, I can carve the sigils into the location that we need it. I can really create this circle anywhere. It just takes time. That said, we could potentially hire somebody to either help us expedite.
So you're saying that this doesn't help us until a year from now?
It doesn't help us immediately, but it will be beneficial in the long run. At the very least, I know that there are definitely teleportation circles in the university capital that we can use. And, if I recall correctly, when we found... I just remembered this. When we took the items... we took the stones out of the teleportation circle from the evil wizard we fought down in the... or on the other continent, right? If we have his stones...
We stuck that in some sort of alternate dimension or something.
Technically speaking, if we place his stones in our castle, I can use that as our teleportation circle to
But-
get home.
But didn't you give all that to Professor Bierce so he can investigate because it's all Eldritch?
I think we give the books to him.
I thought we gave him everything.
We might have given him everything.
Because,
Well, but that would work. You could just tell.
We would just have to
Professor Bierce
ask for the
just
circle
tell-
back.
Well, just tell Professor Bierce to put it together, and we can go right to it.
Yeah, I think that would be great. I mean, if we can have him give us at least the stones back, we can set that up in our base. And like I said, I'm sure the university has plenty of teleportation circles. As a matter of fact,
it doesn't hurt to ask.
It doesn't hurt to ask. If I get the spell, I can at least do a sending to him and see if he can give me the sigils via telepathy, and then I can just transport us at least to the capital right away. Which
Well,
would
hey-
save us a few days.
Hang on. It would take us to the portal, yes?
It would take us to a portal.
Isn't it? But just make sure that he has it outside, else you might send us into that deep cavern with no way out.
Yes, no, sorry. What I'm saying is that the university already, most likely, anyways, I would assume that the university has teleportation circles already made. We can take the stones that we gave to Bierce and set them up again to be our teleportation circle at our base. So we don't have to
You know what
teleport
they
to
say
the-
about assuming, right?
It makes an ass out of you, and not me. I know that's not how that goes. I didn't want to be called out.
So you know the sigils to Professor Bierce.
I can get them fairly easily. I just have to ask, which wouldn't take me very long to do.
Why don't you get on that?
Well, I would like the spell first, before I waste a different spell to get us there if I can't use it.
So what do you need?
I need a spell scroll. Can I go buy a spell scroll from using...
Let's at this point, can we start wandering the town to see if there's even a spell scroll to buy here? I think this was a pretty smallish town.
The city
I
that
think it's a
Wait.
bigger town.
the city
Yeah,
you're in a
it's pretty
city.
industrial town.
It is very industrial, very steampunk and tech. There is a chapter.
No, the last I thought we were in a small inn in the forest somewhere, but we're in Aeolipoli, the super science city.
Yes.
Yeah, let's go.
There is a chapter of the university here, but you don't believe you will get the teleportation spell from this particular chapter.
Fuck! Not teleportation, teleportation circle. Just to be clear.
We'll ask if they have a teleportation circle already set up.
That we could use. We could pay them for that too, yeah, that's true.
You're a school of
Taxis
wizards. You
around.
gotta. I mean, it's like not having a gym.
Damn, they don't have a spell scroll? God damn it. I hate this town.
You don't
Let's leave.
You don't think that for this particular city they would give you one of their spell scrolls, especially a teleportation circle?
Oh, I'll buy one from them if they'll let me do that instead of... I don't want a handout. I will take pay.
We have full intention of buying.
Yeah, we have money.
We're not beggars. I mean, seriously.
Is this when you throw a bag of coins on the table?
Though
and say,
I
how
will
much will
ask
that
for a
give me?
discount being Professor Bierce's apprentice.
I can manage Karen going in all Karen like, do you know who I am? I demand a teleportation scroll. I'm
Let
your...
me speak to your manager.
Do you know who I work for?
You should just let me haggle for you.
But will they let us buy like a spell scroll that has the teleportation circle spell in it, or are they like super stingy about it?
Well, let's go to the college campus supply store. They've got all of your pearls and diamonds and silver dust.
Yeah, so
But
it
it's
works
at-
out for both of us.
Yeah, but it's at college prices.
So it's a little marked up, yeah.
Okay,
You
so
just need a little bit of persuasion.
Use your math justify this scroll. Damn it! I'm currently writing my thesis.
for your doctorate.
Yes.
Okay, so you guys head to the chapter here in Aeolipoli. There's definitely, you see some scholars around. And again, this is not like the this is not like the Arcane University in the Imperial City. It is much smaller than that. Think of this is almost like a community college.
Excuse me, I'll say if I can catch someone who looks like they're in charge.
There is a person at a desk. He is scribbling away with his monocles. He's just looking down.
Could you point us in the direction of your store that would have scrolls and spell components?
He kind of, this figure looks up at you like he's kind of giving you an eye like, who the hell are you? We don't have any here. And are you a student of the university?
We're agents of the Professor Beers from the capital. The Meddlers of Mischief. Heroes all around.
If you're not the student, then no.
I'm a student. And these are my companions. I am Pierce's apprentice, more or less. Been doing a lot of work for him recently. Carrot O'Brien at your service. Here's my student ID card.
Yeah, he's like he's waiting for your student ID card. You whip it out. We can give you basic supplies if you need them.
I would love to know what Caradwin's student ID picture looks like.
It's her student ID is she definitely tried to get dressed up, but it looks a little much.
Does she have the braces with the wire all around her?
I was gonna say it looks just
It's
like
not a high school photo. It's not a high school photo, but it definitely appears like she tried to dress up a little too fancy for, like, she curled her hair a little too much makeup, for sure.
Are you saying that Caradwin wasn't a prodigy child going to college at 15?
I grew up in a farming, mining town in the middle of the kingdom. No, I wasn't a prodigy.
Well, you grew up in Frostmail, and Frostmail, it wasn't necessarily a mining. Wait, you said mining town, right?
Yes.
Okay, then never mind. I thought I heard farming.
That's what I said, but I had to correct myself. Yeah, that it's a mining town.
Okay.
I appreciate the basic supplies, but we're looking to buy some items if possible. We have the funds to purchase them with. We're looking for spell scrolls, materials, consumable materials, diamonds specifically, if that's possible.
Unfortunately, all our stocks are very limited, so we are unable to sell you anything of materialize or spell scrolls at the moment.
Even if it's a state of emergency.
And what is this emergency?
Well, which one? You know what I mean.
If you need a state of emergency, I can cause one.
No, I don't need you to cause one. We have plenty.
I was one a day ago.
That's true. He was an emergency a day ago, and then we had to get him fixed.
As you guys are having this conversation with this I can't. I'm drawing a blank on what they're called. Stewart or whatever. Nyx sneaks off and finds an art studio and starts making posters. But you guys are oblivious. You don't know Nix is gone.
Well, if you don't have the supplies we're looking for, do you know of any place that we could buy them within Aelipili at the very least? It truly is an emergency for us.
What?
We come from we've recently been given a fort near the town of Footfall, or no, sorry, near the town of Timberland. And
I'm sure that's all very great, but we can, unfortunately, like I said, we cannot give any supplies at the moment due to our shortage and restrictions.
Listen, we got that.
That's
we were
fine.
asking
Just tell us
for
where else we can get
place.
them then.
We are the only place. Aelipili, as you know, is an industrial city, making technologies.
Now I'm going to ask you a very important question, and I hope you're going to be honest with me so I don't have to call my boss. I'm going to go a little Karen on this guy. I'd rather not have to call my boss to talk to you. So I really hope you're being honest. Do you have the materials that we need, and are you refusing to give them to us?
Make an insight check.
All right.
He's going to reply. First, he's going to reply. Well, you're and what materials is that?
We need diamonds, and we need spell scrolls, ideally for teleportation circles.
No.
Do I want to use my inspiration on this? I kind of do, but I don't know. I got a +2 to insight. I should be okay. Nope. I believe him.
Yeah, he's being stern. He's being like, you're pestering me. I already gave you an answer. Be on your way, even though you're a student.
I'm gonna message Beers. I already said I was going to Kieran on this asshole. I'm
Okay.
doing it.
Yep, you're calling the manager.
I'm calling the manager. And the sending will say, in Aelipili, need teleportation circle scroll and diamonds for spells. Can you tell branch manager to give us what we need?
I
That's
imagine you're
21
just like,
words.
tell, and then you stop and go, what's your name? Franklin, to give us the whooping diamonds.
Yes, his name is
We
Franklin.
requ-
I've been rewatching Game of Thrones. You know the scene where Samuel Tarly goes to the Citadel and the guy's just like looking at him and at the
That's
beginning.
what it feels like.
Yeah, that's
what it feels
That's
like.
what's going on here.
But yeah, that's the message I sent to Bierce. It's 21 words. Tell the branch manager to give us what we want, basically.
Okay, I thought you were typing out. Okay.
I can type it out too, but basically I say that we need a teleportation circle and diamonds for spells. Tell the branch manager at Aelipili to give us this stuff.
Make sure you change the ending to that.
We will pay.
Don't forget to add the diamonds of the essence.
And then
Bierce says-
the a-hole.
You should also ask how if he's managed to get the bounty on her head yet.
Oh, that's a separate spell at that point. I'll wait till he responds.
He will respond.
Stick doesn't know it's a 25-word limit.
Oh, fair. I'll be honest, seeing the words DM is typing is a little intimidating on Roll20. Franklin is a petty bitch.
I imagine you send it and you're like, oh, I forgot to change that. Whoops.
Just that's character insults.
It's such a good line, though.
What else is in this supply store?
Well, you're just in the main lobby. You're not in the supply store.
As in, they won't let us in?
Meaning that you don't think there. Well, you don't think there is like a general supply store that people can come and buy things.
I'll turn to Franklin and say, what the hell is the church after you guys for? Or us for? What happened?
I think his conversation is done, and he kind of picks up his book and walks away.
Can I cast Hold Person on him? No, I won't do that. I won't do that.
Yeah.
funny
Kevin, we
that
don't
would
want to
be-
get in trouble in this city. It's got a lot of,
As funny as it would be to hold...
I've seen what Jason does, and he works around here, so I don't want to mess with him.
As he walks away, I'll just be like, bye, bye, bye.
Well, apparently the church is doing some, church stuff and shutting down everything because they believe they have the authority to do so. At least that's the assumption that I'm coming to based on Beer's
Yeah,
message.
it was this. The message you received was very direct and not into full detail. But the message was kind of like get here.
Jesus Christ. Alright, we need to get there as soon as possible. It'd be great if this asshole Franklin helped us get to Beer sooner to clear up this mess.
We were going to give you a negative review on Yelp.
What's Yelp?
Oh, we just go out and shout it in the streets. This place sucks. That's Yelp.
Oh, I could just sing songs about it in taverns.
Oh, like a Twitter?
Oh. I'm gonna start
Go
calling
and
them that.
shout it, that's Yelp. But if you go and sing it, that's Twitter.
And if you just show pictures of what you went through, that's Instagram.
And Facebook is a book
And
with
if
a
you
face.
post it on a wall, that's Facebook.
And if you write fan fiction about it, that's Tumblr.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, you go down a slippery slope, and that's why you tumble.
Go what?
Interpretive dance is TikTok.
Exactly.
There's many forms of communication.
All right,
Nick,
we've
Dix,
just
do you put your
invented the next
poster like on the
generation.
wall?
Yeah, I'm trying to put. Yeah, I'm putting it on one of the walls outside
Okay.
of the.
You guys see Nix come out with a poster covered in red paint and just plaster a poster that says "Go Wildcats" on the wall.
For a second, we think she's covered in blood, but then we realize it's paint.
Yeah. Also, Bucky's also covered in paint, and he's chittering angrily in my ear.
Did you use them as a paintbrush?
Yes, his fur, bushy tail.
It looks good. Should've wrote Meddlers.
Who are the Wildcats?
I
I
don't
think-
know. They're just wildcats.
I think
Yeah,
they're a
that's
gang
the
somewhere.
picture. Yeah.
They're okay somewhere.
There's a commission.
I think that's the high school I went to. Anyways, we need to leave, now.
Oh, did it not go well?
No, and it sounds like some shit's going down with the church.
So screw up my cleansing.
Potentially.
Oh,
Did it
yeah.
intentionally. That makes sense.
Yeah, couldn't possibly be because of the fact that I had 5 layers of curses on me.
What?
That's how Aurora described it.
Jesus Christ.
We did kind of deal with a lot of really creepy, scary things, but yeah, maybe we should get to the mounts and just move with all haste.
Go to the mountain?
Mounts.
Oh, I heard mountain.
It's the accent.
Gonna save your spelling.
So I guess we'll have to get equipment in the next town. Since the wizards here suck. Well, not all of them wizards. Jason, I know you're out there.
Yes, we should probably make haste. One second. Stig will grab Bucky and he will try and clean him off on the counter.
You just grab parchment and just kind of wipe them off.
Yes, I will grab some very important looking documents and clean Bucky off as best I can.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I don't remember who had this. That long gun we got from Damascus' brother.
You gave that rifle to the
Jason
druid.
or
Ken's druid.
Zin.
Zin.
Zinfarel.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Never mind
You
that.
don't have it anymore.
Then off we go.
Alright, you all head to the stables. You get on your mounts and make your way on the road towards Eleanor. And then from there, you make your way to the Imperial City. Anything you guys wish to do during your travels?
Oh shit. Before we leave, so he said they wouldn't sell us diamonds. Is there anything else that they have that they could sell?
It sounded like they were just refusing to give you anything.
Besides, like, basic spell components, like, very basic stuff, to Caradwin only, because she is a student.
Do they have any ivory or incense?
They would have incense. Is ivory is that require a gold amount?
It's 50 gold. 50 gold for an ivory strip.
Yeah, are they willing to sell, like, basic spell component materials type stuff?
Again, they'll only give them to Caradwin because she's a student. But Caradwin, you what's the ivory for?
It's for legend lore.
What spell? What level is that?
It's a 5th level spell.
They won't give anything that would requires anything that's not a gold amount.
Ooh. All right. Well.
Oh, and a little sidetrack. If you guys seen the D&D movie, the sorcerer, that thing on his belt that he's turning around, that is his component pouch. I found out.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of cool.
Oh, I thought those were supposed to represent his sorcery points.
No, that was his component pouch to cast his spells.
Well, I'll cast mage armor as we leave, and then that's the only thing that I care about. I can't really do anything on the road.
I mean, before we, Nick's like, do you want me to take his stuff?
Nick's for not causing trouble in this town.
I was just asking. Don't hear a no.
No.
If we weren't in a hurry, I would give you the thumbs up, but I think we're in a hurry, so.
Well, can I steal something that's not important from his desk, like a stapler?
Give me a sleight of hand check, because there are others. You're not the only ones in the main hall. There are other.
Only in Aeolipoli would you find a stapler in this world.
I'm going to whisper an inspiration to her as she does this.
Okay. And I add a D6 or a D8.
It's a D8 now.
Okay. And a D8.
Oh, Jesus.
6.
Yeah, you swipe a stapler and his and you open his drawer and grab his remaining staples.
Okay, I'll do that then.
What is that thing?
I think you put things together so they stick. Kind of like glue, but a little bit more pliable.
I don't
So I
think
think
we
you can
have
use that
anything
as a
like that in the
weapon.
Feywild.
She just kind of starts flicking it and letting the staples just kind of fly out.
Of course you are. All right. You again. Is there anything you wish to do during your travels?
I'll keep an eye out for goblin weed. I know, random and a callback to the early days.
You won't since if I remember correctly, I did change it to is a forest weed. So and you're if you're staying on the main road, you're not in the forest.
Oh, I would have known that.
We could always go fishing again.
Yeah, we could always go fishing.
Fishing it is. I'll get my rod. Steg, you got yours?
Yep.
All right. You while resting and setting up camps every now and then, you guys take your rods and go to the onto the rocky shore. And you cast your lines out into the ocean. Give me survival checks.
Just because I can, I'm going to use Flash of Genius on mine. So mine's an 18.
Jesus. Yeah, Mason, you haul in some fish. Nix,
You see, they like to hide behind the rocks, right there where it slows down.
Nix, do you have a fishing pole, Nix?
No, I turned into an octopus and I'm just grabbing fish.
Okay, perfect. The fish are a bit slippier to get away, so you focus on the crab and the shellfish that you see on the ocean floor. Stig, you are unable, unfortunately, to catch anything in the ocean.
That's fine.
All right, you guys at from Eleanor, you make your way to the Imperial City. I am personally working.
Galen, Caradwin, did you check the bag to see if maybe you had what you needed?
We don't have a teleportation scroll. And as far as ivory strips, no, we don't have those either.
So tell me what's necessary for ivory strips. Perhaps we can locate them ourselves.
I suppose it depends on what counts as ivory. I mean, I know that typically you can find ivory from the tusks of elephants, but they're... Honestly, I think it's just bone that's been exposed to air for a long enough time, similar to leather. But that's just my personal opinion. I don't actually know what ivory is, besides bone of animal.
Being a monster hunter, would I know if there's a creature or that we could find around these parts that would have something close to ivory?
Well, we have a bunch of fish bones. You could try all these bones.
That's a good question. What is ivory?
I just Googled it. Stig, you can give me a... what would be... You can... I will say you could give me a survival check for this one. You specifically. So you know that ivory is a hard white material from the tusks and teeth of animals that consists of many dentine. One of the I'm reading this straight from Google. One of the many physical structures of teeth and tusks, the chemical structure of teeth and tusks. Blah, blah, blah. So ivory is made from teeth and tusks. So
I really think that this is kind of odd, but did you keep mine?
I did. I was gonna mention the same thing. I did keep a few of your tusks, and I mean, if I am able to carve them into a fashion that is worth a certain amount of gold pieces, certainly I could use them. But I only have 2.
And you're not getting any more, by the way.
I couldn't convince you with money?
Did those only grow back so quickly because of the curse, by the way?
I think so. I mean, they're gone now.
Damn it.
and
Well,
you,
if anyone's good with, like, bone working or woodworking and can help me make these look fancy enough to be worth 50 gold pieces, that would be fantastic.
I can't make it that way, but I can, like, paint them, like, gold.
What do you need? Which types of tools here?
I don't know what... I don't think there's ivory working tools in D&D, so I don't know.
I would
Mason could probably make
it would
some.
be this would be an artisan tools. If you want to try to make something fancy out of his tusks.
Mason just posted that he could just make what he needs.
Yeah, I currently have this change set as carpenter's tools, but I can change it to whatever you need.
Taxidermy tools.
Add it to the whole brew.
Hey, Mark, let me make mortician's tools.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, okay. If so, Mason, you craft these set of artisan tools to kind of work on the finer details on to make Stig's tusks fancy like and clean them up and everything like that if you wish.
Yeah, I've got tinker's tools, smith's tools already. I can make the carpenter's tools. So, yeah.
I would
Let me
say,
what?
yeah, this would probably be a form of carpenter's tools. You could put ivory. You could write. Actually, this is there like gemstone tools? I can't remember.
I know I think there's jeweler's tools.
I think, yeah, jewelry kit or something.
Jeweler's tools would be,
Jeweler's tools, yeah.
that would be what you need.
So I'll spend an hour and come back with some jeweler's tools.
Hey, let's turn these tusks into ivory, shall we, friends?
Carradine sounded so greedily.
I 100%. Honestly, I wish there's a little part of Carradine that would have wished that maybe that curse could have lasted a little bit longer, so that way we could get more ivory from Stig. There's a small part, for sure. I ivory's worth of money, isn't it?
Now, I'm just saying, we don't know if this will work.
We don't, but at least it would cover half the cost if it does. Realistically, we just have to get them appraised, and if they're appraised for the amount that we want them to be, then I would assume, why not? But I would still have to buy at least 2 more. Plus the incense that I would need, which is about 250 gold pieces.
So, Chris, is there any sort of roll you want me to do for this?
This would be sleight of hand, I would say, because you're trying to be very dexterous and precise.
I'm gonna give him my inspiration point for this because I really want this to go correctly.
And I've got like 3 more flashes of genius. So.
Are you proficient with just the...
That's finally why are you rolling with advantage? But
He gave me his inspiration.
Yes.
Flash of genius. That'll be a 27.
Hell yeah.
all right, Caradwin, you're kind of watching him, and kind of like, ooh, that's good and whatnot. And Mason, you're being very careful and delicate with these tools. They come out. What do you make these 2 tusks look like?
We're gonna make them a set, and it's gonna be like, I don't know what kind of wars in the history, but one side is gonna be one side, and the other side is gonna be the other, and it's like a big battle. And when you like put them together, they clash in the middle.
Okay, yeah, you are able to do that.
And what do you need these first, like, Cherwin? Because I'm tempted to make these into like actual like drinking horns or something.
They're not that big.
Oh, they're not that okay.
No,
Little
they're
shot
not.
glasses then.
Yeah, they're a shot glass drinking.
We'll just stick with the carving.
If you make them, as long as they're worth 50 gold, we can still use them as shot glasses.
I don't feel comfortable drinking out of my own teeth.
Well, you don't have to, but the rest of us can. I need it for.
We'll just stick with the exterior carvings.
There's a spell that I've sort of been developing based on research that I've done and things that I've read called Legend Lore, which would give me more information about items or places or people that we find, which would be ideal given that we're dealing with so much wild history, such as the magic pages, this weird circlet that we found that I wear on my head, anything, even the ruby skull of the were-rats would be useful.
By the way, Chris, I forgot. I just found this. I double my proficiency for anything that uses. Well, choose your proficiency in. So that would be like a 32.
Oh Jesus! Yeah.
31.
Yeah. No problem whatsoever.
So I figured a spell like this would be useful given everything we've come across, right? So that's what these tusks are for. And since we have them and they work pretty well, that'd be great.
Does it consume the tusks?
It doesn't consume the tusks, it does consume the incense. Okay. I'll post the spell real quick so you can see it. But it's 250 gold pieces worth of incense which is consumed, but the tusks are permanent. So as long as I have tusks, I always have them.
Yeah, they will not give you 250 gold pieces of incense, just by the way. I didn't know it was that much.
Well, I was hoping to sneak that one under a little bit and be like, let me buy all of your incense, please. Literally all of it.
Is that like a...
The church sent me here to resupply the entire building.
Is that like a whole bouquet of incense?
It's a lot of it, or it's really fancy incense.
You go to Michael's and clear out their.
Carolyn just walks in, throws a bunch of money at him, and goes, "Give me your entire stock."
You the potpourri from Michael's. You clear out Michael's, but yeah, that branch would not have given you 250 gold pieces worth of incense.
Yeah, I figured, with the church being on their back and all.
No,
It would have been nice if they did, though.
I just want to say, Chris, you did say that when they performed the dentistry on me, I did have 4 fangs they removed, the top and the bottom.
Yes.
Ooh, and
Those were vampire fangs.
It's still teeth.
I know.
The shenaniganry.
I'm just saying, Cartwin, that you might already have the 4 ivory strips you need.
I might.
I went through a lot of pain and suffering to get you those.
And they grew back.
So did we.
Did you ever remove your new ones, Stig?
I just assumed they fell out on their own.
No.
I think Aurora punched me so hard, they fell out.
Okay.
Stig has lost a lot of teeth recently. We should take him to a dentist.
All right. You guys arrive at the Imperial City. It is, normal as hustling and bustling. Do you just make your way straight there to the university?
I'd like to lodge a complaint. I think so.
I mean, if I see a shop that would have diamonds, I would probably quickly grab one on the way up.
You will need to go to a jeweler's, but that's out of the way.
Stig will go to the Monster Hunters Guild to make sure that they got the request, and to see if maybe there's been any progress.
Sounds like a couple people want to go in a different direction, so we just split up and meet up at the college for lunch.
Okay. Okay, who's going to the college?
I'll go to the college, but I'll make sure Stig has the right amount of money that we gave them, or that we said we would give them for the job.
And
I thought we were meeting up at the college for lunch. Jordan, did you and I want to go and get magical supply stuff?
We can do that too.
That's what I thought we were doing. Is I wanted to go to the college first, but then it sounded like other people kind of want to do other things. So if we all spread out, get our supplies, meet back up for lunch, and then go to the college.
I only thought that because something tells me that the information we're going to get is probably going to have us moving with more haste and not have time to do these things.
Okay, let's make sure we can get our supplies and get everything we need. So everybody scatter, get your supplies, meet up at the college for lunch, okay?
All right.
Meddlers out.
Alright. So, Caradwin and Mason, you'll get most likely your stuff, especially you, Caradwin, at the college. Galliford, you will need to get. Nick just has her priority straight with pastries. Stig, you head to the Hunter Slayers Guild, and Galliford, you head off to a jeweler. We'll start with Galliford. Galliford, you do find a jeweler. How much are you looking for?
The diamonds are worth 500 gold. I guess starting off, I'll just look for 2 diamonds.
Okay. So you're gonna spend 1,000 gold pieces.
Making sure. How much did we have total?
We have 16,000 in the party funds.
Okay, yes.
And if we're splitting up, I would also see if Galliford could get me 2 more ivory strips and some incense as well.
Did you, on the journey, did you at least attempt using the fangs?
I suppose we could, but I couldn't cast the spell to see if they work unless I have the incense, which I don't.
You can find the ivory strips, Galliford. Caradwin, the incense would again be at the college.
Okay. But if he can get the 2 more ivory strips, that'd be another 100.
Plus, you also got
If you could get me a diamond for 50, I'd appreciate it.
Yeah, and don't forget, we don't have to just take it from party gold. We each have our own stash.
Yeah,
I'm broke as hell.
those two I think I was only going to the party fund because this is for resurrecting any one of us.
I'd go for that.
So if Gallenford finds the ivory strips and the 1,000 gold and the 50 gold piece diamond for Mason.
While you're looking at the bag of holding, while you're at a jeweler's, there are 11 gems we have from that one wizard stash that we could sell.
Ooh. Yes, you are right.
Not that
So-
I've been rummaging through the bag of holding.
As I'm like sitting down and someone's just opening it up on my pouch.
Well, he was thinking about when he held you captive and he was just going through your stuff.
Oh yeah. So yes, I will be purchasing the 1,000 gold worth of diamonds as well as the 50 for the smaller one and then the ivory sticks, but I'll also try and sell those gems as well.
Where's the?
So we have gems.
I think I did give you a.
Oh, we have 11 gems worth 100 gold pieces each.
So that would
be
actually
another 1,100.
pay for the 2 diamonds.
And it would pay for my ivory sticks. Really, we'd only be paying the 50 gold for the whatever Mason needs.
And I'll use my fancy words to aid with this transaction.
Yeah, he's able. Since you're giving gems, 4 gems, and everything like that, you are able to trade. The gems you have for the diamonds and everything.
It was a pleasure doing business with you. Oh, I also got the. So then I'm only paying for the $50, 50 gold worth. What are dollars?
I believe so. Yes.
Alright, so we're only subtracting 50 gold. That was actually a pretty good transaction.
Is the gold weight added to the bag of holding?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
I've kept very diligent track of all this, and now once everything's done, I will change the weight again.
Okay. I wanted to make sure because
I've been diligent, and anytime I've done anything with the bag, I've changed it.
Yeah. Everybody has put their weight next to the items, and I've been keeping track of the coin weight.
Sheet.
That's true.
Okay.
But yeah, once we're done with all of our purchases out of the party funds, I'll change the amount of gold again, or the amount of weight that the money has.
And I'm assuming the party fund is also going towards the bounty that you placed on the.
Yeah, Stig
Yes.
has that, and he's gonna go deliver it.
I don't remember how much that was that we said, and I couldn't see it in the notes.
I think we said 1,000, just big price.
Yeah, so I'll give Stig 1,000, and I'll subtract that from the funds real quick.
Okay.
So that leaves us with 15,000 in the bank. That's just of gold pieces. That does not include our platinum, silver, or copper, of which we have plenty of as well.
I just don't want to get into the habit of pay to win.
That's fair.
How are you guys on healing potions? Just out of curiosity.
I have plenty of the goblin weed, but I don't think I have anything.
I've been carrying around 2 healing potions since forever.
Yes, I have 4 healing potions all the way from Armand.
Actually, I used my healing potion, but then Ken said he gave me his, so I still have 1.
I mean, I have my spells still to heal you guys. Oh, I still have a superior healing potion.
And that's 1 greater healing potion in the bag.
And the goblin weed.
Okay,
Yeah,
we're
I have
good.
plenty of goblin weed.
We don't need to purchase any more.
Okay. Sid, what's your passive perception?
My passive perception is 15.
Damn. Okay. Give me 1 second. What? I will have to. I can't remember offhand, Caragwin, but I will get you that. Stig. Let's see here. Okay. You are walking, and you make your way into the Hunter Slayers Guild. Ah, Stig. What? How have you been?
Been good. Though had an unfortunate encounter with some cursed items.
Really? Do tell.
And then Stig will go on for maybe about an hour, describing the most recent adventures.
Okay. Yeah. Ooh. Very interesting. But to business. I'm assuming you're here to drop off the bounty gold.
Yes,
I
I have it right here.
You go the reach, and your coin purse is gone.
Huh. Well, that's not good.
Something the matter?
Yes. It seems like my coins have just often run away on their own.
What? You know better than keep your head on a swivel.
Yeah, well, living alone for 6 years has apparently dulled my senses.
You would think they would sharpen your senses.
I've been sharpening much other things of late. It's good talking to you, but I gotta see if I can hunt down that purse snatcher.
Well, I wish you luck, but we will be needing that whenever you get the chance. I mean, we'll cover the 1,000, but
You'll get your gold. You know I'm good for it.
So the 1,000 gold pieces that you were given are gone.
Yep.
Nix, you are at the bakery.
Yep.
You-
I'm getting my dozen donuts.
You get your dozen donuts, and and you say you're listening for rumors.
Yeah, I'm sitting outside on one of the little tables with the like umbrella, eating one of my donuts with like a coffee, just listening to people
Okay.
as I eat.
Give me a perception check.
Okay.
Oh Jesus. You see and hear. Nick's, you're on a roll today. You see a child, kind of scruffy looking, he's whatnot, but he's kind of being, looking around. He's all fine, but you see him meet up with a group of two other kids, and in his hands you can see with your perception check a large sack of coins, of gold coins. And then he's kind of showing his buddies, and they're like, "Oh my god, it's so awesome! Yeah, I snagged it. I snagged it off this dumb brute heading to the Slayers Guild. Yeah, we'll head back. We'll head back to our fort, and we'll split it."
Oh no, they got Stig.
And they run off down. They run off down an alleyway.
Quickly puts her donut back inside the box, puts it in her backpack, and starts slowly sneaking up behind them. Follow them.
Okay, give me a stealth check.
Got advantage because of my sneaky boots. And just to be on the safe side, I also cast without trace on myself. Plus 10.
Oh, gee.
I don't want them to find me.
All right.
Oh, I needed that.
Oh, Jesus. What is their passive? I think. I'm just using. Yeah. They're too excited to see you, and if it wasn't for your spell, you believe that. The alleyway they're going down that has a lot of trash and dumpsters and and whatnot. So you're luckily even with your boots and your spell, you're able to sneak up and follow them to what seems to be an old abandoned building. It's small, but the kids run into it. And they move you see where they go through, and you see that they move like some sort of crate, perhaps, in the way of the entrance. As they go inside.
Go get help. As she throws Bucky.
Okay. Bucky nods and scurries off. Stig, you can give me an investigation check. You listen around and you kind of trying to figure out what happened, where it happened. You're able to figure out where it happened and kind of backpedal a little bit and make your way back towards where you came from, and looking around, saying, "Oh, they probably went this way because this dark alleyway is probably where they went." And while you're walking around, you see Bucky, and Bucky runs up to you.
Hey there, paintbrush. Where's Nyx?
Yeah, come on, Stig, you speak animal, right?
Speak.
Speak.
He's pointing.
Yeah, he's pointing. He's in a frantic. It seems like he wants you to follow him.
This is definitely Kronk from Emperor's New Groove. Please continue.
Yes. Squeakity squeak squeak. Bucky leads you back.
Squeaking.
Yeah. Bucky leads you back to where you see Nyx hiding in an alleyway across and she's looking at a building across the street.
Nix. Bucky said it was important.
So I heard from the grapevine that some money has been missing. I think I found the culprits.
Stig is just like, how did you know? Doesn't matter. So, what's the plan?
Well, I don't want to hurt them or anything, but I figured we could give them a little bit of a scare. I mean, I could turn into an animal and scare them away. Or you can use your big hulking voice to get their attention. And then I can go in and, while they're distracted with you, I can try to steal back your money.
Yes. What's the structure look like?
A classic old stone decrepit building. Yeah, there's I would say 2 stories. So some boarded up windows and whatnot.
Door look a little bit old and moldy.
Yes.
Okay, Stig is gonna just charge in.
Okay. You approach the door and
I charged the door.
you charge the door. Give me a strength check.
Yes, and I am going to go into my bestial form. So I will be raging.
Oh, Jesus.
Strength athletics?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, what's wrong with me today?
Yeah, 13's enough, but you burst down that door and roar out loud. You hear scampering up on the floor above you.
Is there a stair? Is there an immediate stairway?
Yeah, you do see an immediate stairway leading up. Next,
What's the condition of the ceiling?
there are some holes. They're old and wooden, but
I want to leap through them.
Stig, you see Stig, and next you see Stig just burst into the building and begin to cause
Giant bestial claws.
Yes.
I'm gonna wild shape into a mouse and go scurry in.
Okay, you scurry into the front door and you see Stig just leap into the ceiling and burst through the wooden floor up above you.
I didn't mean to scare them that bad. But okay.
Stig, you land and you see 3 children trying to sprawl and get away, and a couple of them are trying to get into some holes in the wall, and the other one looks like he's trying to get out a back window.
Just a quick survey, see if I can see my money bag.
You see that all 3 of them have coins, and with the scurrying, most of the coins are kind of spilling out of their pockets. All 3 of them.
You said that 2 of them were going for like a
hole in the wall into the next building.
All right, I'm going after the 2. Now I just want to get one with each hand.
Okay. Real quick, give me a grapple check. I'll give me 2 because you're trying to grab 2 of them.
So just 2 attacks.
Two. This is grapple. So strength athletics. That's 1. Oh Jesus.
I still win.
Yeah, you still win. Nix, you run up the stairs as a mouse trying to catch up. You see Stig is holding 2 two boys by the scruff of their shirts, and you see another one getting ready to leap out the back window.
Okay. I get out of my wild shape form, and I'm gonna cast Grasping Vine on him, but non-lethally.
Post the spell. Okay. When you cast the spell, direct.
Well, I guess it doesn't do any damage, so I guess.
That's what I wanted to see.
Yeah.
Dex save. He's gonna fail.
No, you don't, young man.
You grab him by his ankle and you hang him upside down. When you hang him upside down, just coins just start pouring out of his pockets. Let us go! We didn't do anything!
Should have thought of that before you pickpocketed my friend over here.
I didn't do no such thing.
Oh yeah, my ears don't deceive me. I heard your conversation.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Where are your parents?
I don't have any.
This is taking too long. I want to knock out these two kids.
So yeah, the two kids that you have are squirming. They're trying to like kick you and beat you on your chest. Like, let us go. And
I'm just gonna bring both their heads together.
Yeah, you just go bam, and just drop them on the floor. Fine, take the gold. Just leave us alone.
Eyes narrowed. What's your name?
Stig will proceed to start gathering the coins.
Okay. Next, give me an intimidation check.
Okay.
Billy.
Billy, huh? How old are you, Billy?
10.
And why are you stealing people's money?
Because I don't have any, and I don't need it.
Well, you know you can work for your money.
No, I can't. I did, and you guys took it away from me.
That's not work. Come here, Billy. So, you shouldn't be doing these kind of things. You know how dangerous this could have been? If you don't stick here, he can be very scary. So just be grateful that I was here to make sure he didn't hurt you guys. You can get pretty mad.
Boy looks at the two unconscious friends.
That doesn't mean that there are people out there that aren't worse. I mean, you're not worse, Stig. That would do worse things. What about
Just be glad Carolyn's not there.
That's true.
She
What
would
about
use you
I
as a
give you
spell
a job?
component.
I wouldn't kill kids.
I give you a job where you stop pickpocketing people.
What kind of job?
Well, you are from here, so you must know the ins and outs of this place and what's going on usually, right? I need eyes and ears everywhere. So I'm giving you this job. You report back to me, and I'll pay you very handsomely.
And what kind of information are you looking for?
Well, currently, I don't know if you heard about it, but there's been a lot of of rat people starting to gather around, and uh, anything that really seems suspicious, I would like you to report to me about either the rat people or things that perhaps might be illegal, so I can inform somebody to make sure to keep the peace here.
And how much you gonna pay?
We can bargain that.
You do also notice that he's like wearing like poor clothing, like the shirt's is kind of torn, and so is his pants. All the kids.
Yeah. And if you can round up your group of friends to do the same for me, I can double it.
Triple. There's 3 of us.
For now.
Give me an intimidation, Stig. His eyes widen. Okay. Double.
All right. Let's say 5 gold apiece for now.
And how are we supposed to
Each.
get a hold of you?
Oh, that won't be a problem. I'll actually be the one to check up on you. I occasionally hear news from you. I have a couple spells that could do that. But if it's too late, you could always send a letter to Fort Axis.
Fine.
If you can
Can-
write anything.
Deal. Can we go?
Okay.
Wait.
I don't know. Stig.
Stig is counting up the coins.
There's still the coins around Billy's feet and pockets.
Yeah, I will just say, like the coins. Now.
He just quickly empties out his pockets all onto the floor. He's too scared to go near you.
Then I will approach and I will start counting the coins.
After counting all the coins, you get all 1,000 gold pieces back.
I will just nod and say our business is done here. And I'm going to hold that bag in both hands.
All right. Yeah, you pick up your coin
Let's-
pouch that you were given, and you leave.
Nyx drops a Billy and hands him 15 gold pieces.
Thank
Careful
you.
next time.
And he wakes up his buddies, and they all 3 scatter.
Well, they seem like a decent group.
They're just a bunch of kids down on their luck.
What they need is discipline.
Do you want to be their guardian?
Me? No, I'd be a terrible guardian. And don't you think about bringing them back to Fort Axis. You've still got cubs to take care of.
Nyx kind of looks a little bit guilty. You don't know what I was thinking.
I don't have to. It's written on your face. Besides, Bucky told me.
Bucky, how could you?
Squeak.
Anyways, would you mind escorting me to the Hunters Guild? I apparently have Apparently, I have Butterfingers today.
Okay. Walks out. A self.
All right. You guys exit and make your way back to the Hunter Slayers Guild, where you deliver the gold. Caradwin and Mason, you are
On the way, it's just as it fades out. It's just like, is that donut on your face?
No. Wait. Oh yeah. Here. Do you want one? I have chocolate, maple, etc. etc.
Caradwin and Mason. You're at the university. You're not at. You're in the courtyard area. You make your way to the components shop. Mason, you said you wanted you purchase some components.
Yep, I did all that stuff.
All right.
A little this, a little that.
Is that everything? Anything else that you require?
If you also have 250 gold pieces worth of incense, that'd be great.
For what?
A very powerful spell. Give me the fanciest incense that you have. Something traded from far overseas.
She's working on her thesis.
Accurate.
Let me go get it. Freaking students.
Well, if they made the cost of being a student less, that'd be great.
Caradwin, give me an investigation check.
Ooh, I should be good at that.
You notice that Mason is purchasing particular spell components normally that you would use for Morrigan.
Are you also in need of incense, Mason?
Yes. You know that I study magics and stuff, and I thought, well, I'd like to learn a little of yours.
Well, I'm genuinely always open to teach you more if you have any interest in wizardry as a speciality. To be honest, I also have interest in artificery. I don't know what you would call it as a noun. But suffice it to say, I think we could learn a lot from each other.
Well, let's work on this teleportation circle thing together, and we'll see what we can learn from each other.
Yes, that's fair. That said, I am curious what kind of animal your familiar will turn out to be. I don't know if you're super familiar with them, but they tend to manifest in different ways to begin with, but then solidify into a shape after a while. So I'm quite curious as to what yours will look like.
Well, we'll just have to wait and see.
Oh, absolutely.
The clerk comes back with blocks of incense and all the way from Edox, and places it on the counter.
Fantastic. I would also like 50 gold pieces worth of fancy chalks and or inks.
Right away, madame. And he goes and grabs the chalks and the inks, and brings them back. Anything else, princess?
Jesus Christ, I'm a student. I'm not asking for the fucking world.
But he it's the way you're asking.
Alright, I cast hold person on this guy for sure. I'm gonna shut this fucking guy up. Don't call me princess. DC 16, by the way.
He cast counterspell.
I counterspell his counterspell. Fuck him.
Oh shit.
Mason's just gonna start backing away.
100%. Don't call me princess.
Oh fuck me up. You're making me. You're making.
Listen, this store clerk didn't have to go that far, alright? She could have just given me the things and then waited for us to leave, and then talk trash.
What was a wisdom save?
DC 16.
Yeah, he's held in place like Neville Longbottom.
I'll still put the money on the counter, even though it'd be very easy to steal it. And I'll flip him off and then I'll leave. And I'll wait for the full minute to end.
Of course.
I'm not gonna let concentration up. This motherfucker's gonna suffer for a minute.
Turns
Call
out,
me
Peregrine,
fucking
this is his sanctuary, which means only he can do magic in his store.
Yep, we're leaving.
Well, he's lucky I don't banish him to a different plane.
So, God.
You're lucky he didn't steal any gold from you.
Cut your stick going, give it on my knife!
You all eventually meet back up at the university library.
Did Gallenford get what he needed?
Yes.
Indeed.
What, they just gave it to you?
Oh no, I exchanged some diamonds we've just had and that were worth the cost.
Galford, I'll, pay for the diamond if you want to give it to me.
Oh yeah, here you go.
I'll pass you back the 50 gold pieces, and I'm starting to run low on money.
I'll just place it back to the party fund since that's where I pulled it from. Ooh, I'll take a donut, Nix.
Ooh, I will also take a donut. I had a very stressful encounter with a store clerk. He called me princess. It's lucky I didn't fucking blow the store to bits.
Please don't blow this throat a bit.
I won't. I'm not a criminal. Yet.
See, Nix, I told you I went on easy on them.
Wait, what? Did you all have
No.
encounters?
Well, no, I didn't have any problems getting the gold there.
Inside.
You can give me an insight check. Steve, give me a deception check.
You're a flash of genius. I'm making it a 10.
Dang it!
You can.
X is gonna say, there was a bunch of little pickpocketers around that got their sticky hands on the funds, but we managed to get it back, and now we have some spies in town.
And don't tell me you killed them. We already have trouble with Carolyn.
I ate the child killer.
First of all I did was cast Hold Person on him. I didn't do anything else.
Wait, what?
He
Who'd you
called
hold
me
this time?
princess, first of all.
Yes. I understand. You are probably the farthest thing away from a princess I've ever seen.
Just try and remember that guy also works for the guy we work for.
You know, Stig, I'm gonna take that as a flat, faction.
God.
What? Looks to Gallenford. What did I say? Ah, 9 charisma.
You all make your way into the library. One of the gold robed stewards there, the librarians, will escort you up to Professor Bierce's office, and and right there we'll take our 5-minute break.
Cool.
All right, be right back. You all, everybody is here, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Affirmative.
I know everybody said back, but I wanted to make sure. You all get into, enter in Professor Beer's office. He's going through some notes. Oh, well, I gotta get my accent. Oh, it's good to see you, my friends. Please, come in. Now, and he shuts the door. Now, there has been a lot going on in the world, in the Empire recently. First, I did contact the Silver Ring. They went to the fort to begin investigating the your well rat incident. Now, as for Aeolipoli, the Church of Drum has been, let's say, kind of cracking down on certain situations. They are getting more scrutinized. They are, well, they're not being very friendly, so to speak. I think, but you know, they are the church, and that city is, as you know, an old ruin to the god Drum. So they do have a bit of authority there. Now, on to the main thing. I do believe I have located or know of a location of one of the missing pages.
Gallenford perks up immediately.
Now, again, precise location is unknown, but however, I have, through research and studying certain things, I do believe some may have made its way into the Fae.
Did you say the Fae?
Yes.
Do you happen to know where? I mean,
I
was raised there, so I can guide us.
Perhaps, in which realm are you from exactly again? Pardon me?
Trying to remember how you
There's
set up.
There's 4 different realms, one for each season, and you are in autumn.
Okay, yes. The Autumn realm.
It may be there. Again, I just know it's in the fair itself. You may be able to ascertain more clues once you get there and ask around. I've always wanted to go myself, but unfortunately, things have required me. Duties have required me to stay. Any updates yourself that you wish to give me on your progress of anything? It's been a while, so tell me what's going on. Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, well, Galford said I got silent.
Oh, I don't know.
Doug?
I can hear you. It seemed like it got quiet, then it went back up.
Okay. So please, tell me what has happened.
Well, if you didn't know, we completed.
Where to begin? Came back from the desert, got attacked by bears, attacked by a rat lady, sent on a quest by a rat lady. She kidnapped some people, and now we're back here. Did I miss anything?
No, I think you got the major points.
Yes, but when we write it out into a story, we're gonna extend that a whole lot longer than just a couple minutes.
Oh, sorry, I'm used to, quick field reports. Sorry about that. Straight to the point.
I think our main concern is the status of this rat queen and her hostages.
Well, you most certainly can go after her if you wish. But again, you did send out a bounty on her, and there are agents already on her investigating. If you wish to continue with that, I understand.
Those from the Silver Ring,
Yes.
whose headquarters is located.
Here in the city. Mainly in
They're here in the city.
mainly in the church district.
Right. Do you know by chance who they're sending after this rat queen?
Specifically, no. I just delivered your message, and they said they'll take care of it.
Well, we did interact with one individual, but they were far away from Timberland, so we just wanted to make sure that they did get that.
They're about a
task
day ahead of
assigned
us.
to them.
We can stop by after this meeting here.
Yes, I think that would be prudent to make sure they're on the case.
Of course, you can. Though you I understand you. I'm sure they would be helpful in that nature. Give me one. Give me a moment. Something clicked. 1 second. And he goes in his back room, and he closes the door behind him.
Odd fellow.
Anything interesting on his desk?
His this room is filled with very interesting items, all of it categorized and labeled and in glass containers.
Anything catch our interest?
You you can give me a perception check. What's up with you guys and frickin'...
Oh, you should see our cyberpunk game.
You, Stig, specifically you, since you're the one kind of looking around, you on his desk is the map of Hermon.
Oh yeah, I definitely want to look at that.
And he does have some like notes and pins on it. You hear a ruckus, and then you hear the door open, and
I sit back down.
anything you're trying to glean on the map while you're kind of peering at it?
Maybe if there's like pins, like kind of just like if there's any like pins that are like cobbled together, like incident reports or something, like sightings. Like where they're focusing his interest.
Pull you on to the map real quick. Yes. So you do see a pin.
Did you delete the Camelot?
Yeah, I'm. You see a pin here. The pin, here, the dead tree. A pin at the lake. And a pin down here.
And the only spot that we've been to is the dead tree, right?
Correct.
Okay. We never did end up making it to the Radiant Lake.
I'm gonna assume this happened before I came along. Where on this map are we? Are we up here, like, next to Gloomstake?
No, we're way beyond Gloomstake.
Yeah.
On the other map that we're at, Gloomstake is on the bottom. This is the second.
That's just what I wanted to ask. That basically this section up here is the other map.
This is the southernmost edge of the other map.
Yeah, that's all I needed was this up here is the other map.
I did finish, but I'll show you the map real quick. But yeah, do you see pins on there, and you see like and you see notes right next to those pins.
Yeah, I think that red circle is like Stig's compound.
Oh, so this is like the... I was gonna ask if anybody else is worried how Florida...
Definitely a concerning factor.
It felt like Florida.
And out here on the ocean, right next to the land, you see Florida Man ? No. But Stig,
Florida Man.
you can't though. Stig, in his notes, can't read what he has written down. But he does come out.
Can't remember if we mentioned. I'll start as he comes out. About our dragon friend also being missing.
I don't think you mentioned her being missing to him specifically.
Okay, good. Making sure we aren't missing anything.
Yeah. There are other notes. I did find now. Now I do know for a fact there is at least a page or two in the Fae. I've been looking into some old records. There may be some more in Herman.
Where is Armand? Is that this,
This is Herman.
The whole
Florida. This is Florida.
Yeah,
Herman.
the whole peninsula is Herman.
It confused me for a second because I'm listening to a book and the main character's name is Armand.
We have to go back to that cursed land.
Perhaps. The notes I have aren't specific. But I could find more information before to confirm if you wish.
I would love to know how you're getting this information.
Professor Beers, do you know of a creature that looks like this? As Nyx pulls out the drawing of her nightmare.
And don't you dare say it's the boogeyman, Chris.
It's not the... This particular drawing, Jeremy, is not the boogeyman. I do not offhand, my friend. However, if you Where did you see this creature?
It might be silly, but this is something that I've been dreaming of.
Dreams can be as a very powerful if you can interpret them. Tell me more about the dream.
Well, I remember seeing my father's cart, and it was wailing as if the cart had been overturned and it was inside previously. And I talked to Stig, and I think he said that my father was once in Herman on an expedition.
Well, perhaps your father is he still around?
I haven't spoken to him recently, but I believe he is.
Perhaps he has the answers you seek. I would ask him.
Okay.
Uh, but I can dig deeper if you wish. But I do believe your father will probably be the best source of information for this particular incident that you're having.
Oh. Okay, thank you.
Now, is there any other concerns that you wish to address or I can help with?
I am curious, that last page that I brought you, were you able to figure anything out about it?
The pages that you are collecting are helping me find the others. They are surrounded with old magic, and it's hard to decipher and use them and to locate the others. But I don't have any very specifics. But with each page you bring me, we get closer and closer to fully deciphering them and perhaps see the play in action.
So it sounds like we might need all of them together in order to fully decipher everything.
That is the case. But again, with each page you bring me, the closer and closer we get to seeing this come to life.
Well, I do have this compass that kind of helps point in the direction needed for our Fey portal. Do you happen to know of a specific one in mind?
Not necessarily, no. As you know, the portals open and close all the time. You just need to follow the compass and figure out which realm it goes to.
I never actually really knew where it was taking me when I walked through the last one.
Perhaps you should go back to where you walked through it, and it might take you back to your home.
It's worth a chance.
Is there anything else you wish to discuss?
Is this the guy we talked to about? Is he the one who gave us the fort upgrades and stuff?
Yes.
Because if we're traveling to another country or whatever, maybe we should get some stuff in the works.
Such as the magic circle.
magic circle. I don't think I have a workshop yet.
Yeah, I was actually going to ask Professor, do you still have the pieces of the circle that we delivered alongside the books and everything from Alzacus?
Yes, I am still in possession of them.
Well, we were wondering if the circle is still intact, can we have it shipped to the fort so that we can use that circle there for instant transportation, since the circle is already made? Or is there a way that we can, like, quickly make a circle there?
With the circle you provided, it has been confiscated due to its eldritch nature. As you know, is illegal, and under my protection, I cannot lend it or give it to you. However, you can make one at your in your fort if needed.
Is there a way to shorten the time span of how long it takes to make one?
How long does it take to make one?
A year. If I do it, it takes a year.
It takes a year to make a permanent
A
spot.
permanent circle. But can I hire a group of people to do it in a shorter amount of time?
It can be done, yes. If you wish to have it happen, I can make arrangements.
What would the... How long would it take, and what would the costs be?
Teleportation circle. Every day for 1 year. For the manpower and everything, and to expedite it, I can arrange it. Probably, unfortunately, it would probably be about 1,000 gold, since it takes a year normally to do it.
Alright. I'll say this to the party. As much as 1,000 gold seems like it costs, I'll tell you, it's the way better option than waiting for an entire year.
Do it.
Alright. If everybody's okay with it, I will take 1,000 gold out of the party funds and pay for this circle.
Mason brings up a good suggestion that we should also have them start building barracks so that we can.
Listen, since I've known you guys, we've been attacked by bears, a rat lady snuck in, and then she somehow attacked other people as well. We need better security.
So...
And then if we're thinking like long-term upgrades, me and Carradine will definitely want to do some library research, and I'd like to forge for myself.
If you want to do the arcane library and the arcane workshop, he will put the teleportation circle in one of those locations. You just have to add 1,000 gold on top of that, and you'll need to choose which one you want.
So for 2,000, we would get a library and a teleportation circle.
So
the library, the arcane library, is an upgraded version of the library, and the arcane workshop is an upgrade of the fort.
It'll cost 3,000 gold for an arcane library and a teleportation circle in the library. Because you got to buy the library and then upgrade it to the arcane library.
And right now I'm just spitballing. These are the things that I think would be nice for me to have.
I definitely agree with the library, because I would benefit from that as well. For 3,000, that doesn't seem super bad. If it would also come with the teleportation circle.
Let's go ahead and do that. Let's just lock that in. We'll get the full arcane library upgrade with teleportation circle. Just get that out of the way. That's.
Agreed.
And then what was the other one you suggested? The barracks?
The barracks will get us, room for guards.
We can hire 10 guards that will protect the fort and everybody who's hiding inside.
And that's just 1,000 gold, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's 4K, which still leaves us with 10,000 and 800. And that's just gold pieces. Again, that's not including platinum or silver or copper. So I'm okay with spending that 4K to upgrade the library to level 2 with the teleportation circle and then getting us barracks.
I will put that in the note.
Cool. So we're at 10,822 gold pieces. 870 platinum, 5,000 silver, and 1,600 copper.
So character,
And then-
adjust the gold, and then tell me so that I can write down the notes.
Yeah, so I'll type it in chat. So the gold is, the gold after purchase is 10,822.
Is there a way to know what you already have equipped under your fort?
I believe you made those notes. 4 upgrades. 7 bedrooms, boardroom, kitchen, garden, training room, and bath.
I was just looking at the fort accessness.
Yeah, those are just the upgrades that we could buy.
Yeah, in the game notes we have what we actually have purchased. Which, that said, we could also purchase the upgrade to expand our fort, I believe, with another 10,000, and we have that amount of money. And that would still leave us 870 platinum, which is 8,700 gold. So we still
Since
have
we are
plenty of
going to the
money left to
Feywild,
spend.
I would almost say we should hold off on that one just in case.
Where's the upgrades we already have located?
It's in the game notes.
In the game notes, right where you put the
Okay, I see have wizardry, carrying stuff, bag of
Your
holding.
your two.
Oh, there it is. It's just a real small line there.
Yeah.
Nix, is there anything that you wish to add to the fort?
No, we still have our garden. I don't want to get too big. I'm okay.
We
with
haven't
my
been
little-
we haven't lived in the fort long enough.
Yeah.
How many slots do we have left before we have to upgrade it? Oh, I see. Is it 3 free spots? 4 free
That's-
spots?
3 free spots for outdoors, but I think we have the forge and the garden are 2.
Oh, that says garden, but we don't have the forge yet.
Yeah, we did not purchase a forge yet. But we could. Which is another 1,000, but that would still be fine. We could put that would put us at 9K overall. With 870 platinum to spare as well.
Chris, do we need to track about how many outdoor spaces we have, or is that something you're changing on the Fort Atkinson sheet?
If you can write it down for me, that way I can go back. I could go in and edit on the Fort Axis. I'll do that on another time.
Okay, library, arcane library, and what else? Barracks.
Well, the library,
Barracks.
I think it's all in one.
Arcane Library is just an upgrade of the library, so just put Library V2.
Library and arcane library. And then barracks. I put that as pending. Anything else?
Where are you guys gonna get the forge so that I can do some work at the port on my equipment, or?
We did.
I think-
We did spend 4,000, and I only have 3,000 written down.
Well, so the 4,000 I think is the library upgrade, ritual circle, and the barracks.
Okay,
Yeah, because the library is 1,000, the library upgrade is 1,000, and then the barracks is 1,000, and the teleportation circle is 1,000. So that's 4K.
That to expedite the
Yeah.
circle.
So if we do the forge, it would be 5,000 in total, which again we can totally do.
Yep. So the forge will let me do basic stuff, armors and things like that. But,
Is there a limit
you know.
to how many spaces we can have for the keep?
As of right now, what you see is what you have. You can there are no there's no limit to the currently no
I got it.
no limit to the spaces.
So the forge, the forge will let me build basic armors, but I think I'll need the arcane forge if I want to start doing the magical items like I was doing during our last downtime.
And I also
Just
think
putting that out there.
if we're building a barracks, being able to make our equipment for the people that we hire to protect our base would be really good. So I think the forge is a good investment. And again, that would still leave us with 9,000 gold and 870 platinum.
I have no objections to it.
So we're just going with the basic forge, or are we going all the way with the arcane forge?
I'm okay with upgrading all the way. 2,000 really doesn't seem like a huge... Because we could just drop our platinum by 200 and that still leaves 600 platinum, 10,800 gold, and
Do
whatever
it.
silver and platinum.
We'll go ahead and do that, and then we'll have to calculate how much monthly costs go, because we don't want that to bite us either.
I think the only thing that costs us upkeep is the forge, which is 150.
We have a cook.
Oh, and our cook. Okay.
So we're going to an arcane forge.
What does our cook cost us in upkeep?
It's like 50 gold a week.
Oh, that's 200 a week. That's easily done. I think. So if you guys are okay with it, 200 a week in upkeep, and then we drop our platinum down to 670.
Well, it works for me.
Cool. So then I will add that in chat too to make it clear. 670 platinum pieces.
Just gonna throw this out there. Do we need an armory for these weapons and things we're gonna make for our barracks people?
I think the barracks will be fine. I mean, they'll just keep their items with them.
We'll just hand it out. This is checked out to you. It's your responsibility to take care of it. Blah blah blah. If you lost it, then you'll pay to replace it.
For now, yeah. I mean, if we want to, we can. It's 500 extra gold. That's not a huge amount of money. Yeah, I don't know.
We'll leave it off for now. Yeah. If we start getting more people, then maybe we'll, if we put in another barracks to make ourselves a little army, then maybe we'll grab an army.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys have all agreed on your purchases?
Yes.
Okay. You give Professor Bierce this large sum of gold. I will put the orders in right away, and we shall prepare for us to take off to the fort within tomorrow.
So, these new sheets, the papers or whatever, when are we expected to go after those? Just as general to the group.
Just kind of elaborate on those. There hasn't been like a specific time limit, but with all this Eldritch stuff going on and how these have been tied, like, it's kind of the sooner the better.
Spend a day or two here, getting things worked out. Charter a ship or something and make our way down.
Well, the first one I believe we're going to is the one in my homeland, the Feywild, which will hopefully give more information for the ones that they marked in the dark place again.
Speaking of boats, what did we do with our boat? Did we sell it?
I think we sold it.
That's
Yes,
probably
we
where
did sell it.
That's probably where the 10,000 gold came from.
Next, we can search for the kids ourselves, but I think that's kind of what the bounty is. The bounty I thought was taking care of the rat lady and the kid. But, you know, if you want to go after him, we can definitely go after him. This isn't a. I was going to say this isn't a democracy, but I think it is.
I just figured since she's probably somewhere in this area, it would probably be the closest thing to do.
We could check in with the silver ring and see what leads they have.
Yeah, that's an idea. We'll check in with the silver ring and. Professor, are you going to be chartering a ship for us, or are we going to be doing travel arrangements?
What would you need the ship for?
Yes, remember, we're heading to the Feywild. I didn't take a ship. I walked through a portal.
Sorry, I didn't know, I don't know where the Feywilds are. I didn't know how you get there. Last time we took a boat.
Yes, and it was kind of just on the outskirts from the capital. Because for the longest time of this land, I only really knew the capital.
Alright, so is it a portal you can just turn on or off, or we get
Well, it's more of I'm hoping it's still there and my compass will lead us there.
Okay. Sounds like we're going to check in with the silver ring, follow up on that, and then we'll look for your portal.
Yep, I think that sounds like a plan. You know what would be funny? Carrot Owen, you should just daily issue mental threats into the rat lady's head.
Make sure to do it at like midnight, and then 1 in the morning, so she can't sleep.
Absolutely, I could do that.
And always end it with, the meddlers are coming.
As you guys...
On another note, Professor, do you know if the tablets we used... No, we don't use tablets to communicate with you, we just message. Just want to make sure we can stay in contact when we go through this portal.
The message spell, if I remember correctly, can cover different planes.
As soon as you get the rat lady, we'd like to know about it. It'll set us at ease.
Yes, you can send a message over any distance and even to other planes. But there is a 5% chance that if the creature is on a different plane, that the message does not arrive.
Okay. Real quick, I gotta grab something real quick. I'll be right back. Oh, man. Oh, fuck.
Well, this sounds like a plan.
Anything we should know, Gallenford, about the Feywild?
It's pretty, but deadly. I would definitely advise be kind to everything you cross. Pissing things off sometimes ends badly, but respecting them can end very well. Do not trust old ladies, they're most likely hags.
Oh, great.
Don't eat any random stuff.
Next.
What else?
So this is like the worst place for a party. Don't insult people, Carrigan and Stig. Hags, I'm out, and then don't eat stuff, Nix.
Yeah, Caradwin, it's don't insult anybody. For Stig, it's don't piss anything off. Nick's
Oh,
don't eat
and,
anything.
I don't consider myself this, but my family was part of the upper end of the Autumn Court Society, but it was mainly my brother that passed that was like well known.
Is your brother going to be a factor in this mission?
Yeah, you're like royalty in the Feywild.
I wouldn't really consider it royalty, but upper society. I don't remember how many of you I told this, but I was actually here on our revenge quest, and I've just been unlucky in finding the person responsible.
A revenge quest, you're gonna have to tell me that story.
2 hours later.
Oh, before I forget, I do have one item for you. He goes back into his back room, and he comes back out, and he hands you guys a pouch. And he has one that looks almost identical in his other hand. These pouches will allow these, instead of traveling here to deliver the pages directly to me, these pouches are connected. You put one item in and close it, and I can access the same item from the pouch. Here, let me show you. So he grabs like he grabs one of his figurines and puts it in one pouch, and then he closes it and he opens up the other pouch and pulls out the exact same figurine.
Andy.
Oh, that is definitely handy.
You will.
That is impressive.
However, it will only work. These will only work if we're on the same plane. So, once you get back from the Fae, immediately deposits the pages if you are able to retrieve them.
You could deliver mail so much faster with these things.
And I can perhaps provide certain items that can fit in the bag and deliver if needed.
Is there a way to tell if you put something in the bag, is there a way to us to know that something new is put in the bag?
The weight will shift. You will just have to check.
This is another way we could send in messages without having to burn your spells. Then you could focus all your spell hatred on the rattling.
That would be fantastic.
So this is an old 4E item called Pouches of Shared Acquisition. These two leather pouches magically share the same interior space. Whatever is placed in one pouch to a maximum weight of 3 pounds can be accessed from the other pouch regardless of the distance between them, as long as both pouches are on the same plane. If the pouches are on different planes, neither pouch can access the interior space. Only one pouch can be accessed at a time. I will make a magic card and give it to you guys as a party.
I think you should hold on to it, Caradwin.
You're the one sending the messages anyway.
I'll take it. That'd be great.
So yes, I believe this will be most helpful in between us. Again, to deliver the pages and for me to give you whatever, perhaps whatever you need. Is there anything else before we conclude our meeting today?
I think that's about it. So we talked about the jerk in the city, the rat lady, payments to the fort, the next mission. I think we did everything.
If not, you'll be hearing from us.
Perfect. And I will get your upgrades to the keep underway, and I will personally help put up the magic circle.
Fantastic.
He kind of frowns his brow a bit, and he kind of looks up in the air like, Kedwin,
Yes?
did you cast hold person on the clerk at the supply shop?
I'll be outside. Stig leaves.
Mason's with him. Bye, sir. Nice to meet you. Thank you very much.
Here in town, yes, he was an asshole and he deserved it. Called me princess, I'll have you know.
You can't do that to one of your seniors. So usually clerks like that, kind of like the librarians, are one grade higher, let's say above what you currently are. So yeah, you cast it like a prefect, so to speak, from Hogwarts.
At this point, are they really above me? I mean, think of all the things that I've been through and have done here so far. I think I'm pretty senior to them just in experience alone.
Experience, probably. However, speaking of that, wait right here. And he leaves his office, and about 5 minutes later, he comes back with a stack of books and papers. You're behind on your schoolwork, and he plops it in front of you.
Is my schoolwork not the, independent study sessions that I'm on?
You still
right
have
now?
to do your homework and that you're given in from your classes. You are still a student here, even though you have been given special permission to go out and adventure and gain knowledge. How again, you are still a student here at the university.
I thought it was on independent study, but fine. I'll take the books and I'll do whatever papers I have to write for them.
Yeah, there's like essays and school, college homework. You're gonna be up all night drinking coffee, trying to get that late night paper in before midnight.
I feel a little bit of PTSD coming on from my experience in college, staying up late and doing essays.
I
in the
luckily
exact
didn't
same
really
way.
have that problem too much when I was at Full Sail.
Oh man. Alright, yeah, sure, Professor. I'll do my homework and I'll put it in the bag of whatever and you'll have access to it.
Good. Now, off you go.
Genuinely, I do appreciate all the support you've given us. As frustrating as the homework thing is. thank you for all your help in this.
Of
And
course.
I do hope we're doing some actual good in the world.
You are, believe it or not. You may not be recognized it by the general public, but you are.
That's all that matters. I think the public doesn't recognize people until after they've died, right? So,
Well, what you're doing is not necessarily being broadcast to the general public.
as long as my name will be in the history book, I'm okay with that.
Or we'll make sure your name is written down.
And I'll pick up my stack of books and I'll head out.
Sorry, I was still sitting here. I was trying not to eavesdrop. Come on, Carowin.
Karen, you're carrying your stack of books and papers.
What's with all the books, Caradwin?
Well, I still technically have classes I'm supposed to take, and I kind of forgot about them, so I have to write some papers.
Out of curiosity, because I never thought about this, how old are you, Caradwin?
Oh, run for cover, run.
22. I'm actually in my graduate program.
Oh, third one didn't explode. Okay, all clear.
I'm still pretty young. I have nothing to hide. I'm 22. I still have my.
Well, when you get a little older, you'll realize that never ask a woman her age. Ever.
Oh, I'm aware of that, but I'm young enough that I don't have that insecurity yet.
Really? We ask often in the Feywild because, well, you really can't tell how old some people are there.
That would be great.
What time of day is it? Is it getting closer to nighttime?
Yeah, it's getting closer to the evening time. It's about dinner time.
You want any help with your studies, Carradine? I never went to school for this kind of stuff, but I've done my thinking.
If it'll help me do it faster, absolutely, I'll take the help.
Well, to be honest, I may actually slow you down as I ask questions. What's this formula?
So who knows the way to the Silver Ring's base of operations?
I'm sure we can ask around.
Again, you do inform that it is in the church district of the city. Caradwin, you still have a dorm here, so you can go to your dorm and study there if you wish.
Yeah, I will definitely do that.
Am I still studying with you? Are they going to let me in the girls' dorm?
You could just hang out in my dorm. Honestly, it's not a problem.
All right.
And if they say anything, I'll cast disguise. Whatever. Disguise self on you.
So Stig and Galliford, you said you were going to make your way to the Silver Ring.
Yes.
Nix, where are you doing?
I'll go with Stig and Galliford.
Okay. What were you going to say, Galliford?
I was just saying yes
Okay.
to the question.
So, Galliford, Stig, and Nix, you make your way to the church district. You kind of ask around some of the priests and whatnot that are walking around, and they do point you to the headquarters of the Silver Ring. It is a beautiful building. There is on the outside of this marble building. Think of it as like old. The church district almost looks like ancient Rome, so to speak, with pillars and stuff like that. And above the door is this. It is a ring made out of pure silver. And
I think this might be the place.
And Stig, you kind of look around, and Nix, you too, and you notice that the marble is almost has it's almost it's like this place is consecrated with salt, and it's like the marble is like made from a salt mine.
The whole building is made out of salt.
It's made out of what?
It seems that they take their defense seriously. You see how it sparkles? That's salt particles ingrained in the stone.
Keeps the ghosts away?
And other things.
Solid halite construction.
Whoa.
Must suck when it rains. Gotta rebuild it all over again. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a lining of silver somewhere.
It's a good thing you're not a vampire anymore, because otherwise this probably would have hurt.
Most definitely. Shall we? Stig will enter.
All right, you enter, and you notice that the light is lit up. The sconces on the wall are torches. However, on top of covering the torch, the flame is almost like it's those rock salt lamps. Those are lighting up the foyer currently.
If you're lucky, you're gonna see your new crush, Stig.
He will place a hand on his chest and he goes, "You caught me."
Ah, that's why you wanted to come.
It's not wholly the reason. I am concerned about catching that rat queen wench.
You should probably apologize to her, though. You kind of copped a kiss without her consent. When you
I
were a
was under the
vampire.
influence of multiple curses. I'm sure she will forgive me.
Can I help you?
Now let's see if there's anyone who looks like they're in charge.
Can I help you?
Oh. Oh wow, you snuck up on me pretty well. Hi, we are the Meddlers of Mischief. We put in a bounty on a rat queen, and we're coming to see if there's like an update on the progress.
I see. Give me a moment. I will find the information that you are requesting. And this armored paladin walks off, goes into a separate room and kind of walks away.
What did that armored paladin look like?
Human.
Like all paladins.
Yeah. But he did have the crest of Bahamut on his chest plate.
Just looking around, I assume this place has kind of got like a vibe of the Monster Hunters Guild, except maybe a little bit more refined.
Give me a investigation check. And yes, next you do see benches made out of salt. This definitely has a similar vibe, but this is like more, you would say, religious for this place, other than kind of like the chaos that the hunter slayers have. Everything's nice and neat, and you do see like banners of different gods that
This
primary.
feels more like corporate.
Yes.
I hate this. And it's not like mercenaries, like the Monster Hunter Guild.
Exactly. The paladin does come back. So, our agents have made it to your fort. They, after inquiring some what happened, they are in pursuit of your quarry. There, they, there is one other chasing after him that is, from last we heard, is ahead of him. But that is all the information we know. But they are getting close, so hopefully.
Do you happen to know of what direction they are heading?
They did not specify. They just said
I
they
see.
were on the trail.
Is the one called Aurora? Did she go with them?
She did not. These agents were dispatched before she returned. How do you know Aurora?
She helped me out of a scrape not too long ago.
Oh, you're the one that was cursed.
Yes, I'll say yes. I was hoping to see her again to
Uh,
repay her for what she did.
well, she did not go with them, and unfortunately, she is here, but she is busy.
Oh. Well, would you just at least inform her that we stopped by
I will
to
do
wish
that.
her well?
I will relay the message.
Well, thank you again. We trust you guys will succeed in what you specialize in. So we will be on our way.
Stig will go. Oh, and he rummages around in his bag. He's like, could you give her this? And he just hands over his barely used healer's kit to remind her to take care of herself as well.
He will take it, kind of look at you. I will pass along the message and give her your gift.
Thank you. Remember that's from Stig. Sits in. That's me.
Of course. Now, good evening. You all exit.
As we exit, before we get too far, I'll kind of lean towards Stig. You know, I could have helped you write a poem to give to her, or leave for her.
Why would you want a poem?
Well, in the Feywild, women like that.
Dang it, maybe I should have written a poem.
Except for the hags.
Or you can send her flowers. She druid claps some flowers.
Dang it, Nix, that would have been so much better than my healer kits. Now I feel stupid.
You can always go back and hand these to him to deliver
No,
to her.
I can't go back. I'll look desperate.
That's
what
probably what
about
he might
it?
running in.
He stops and he goes, maybe I should go back.
Gallenford, you can write this like nice like secret admirer letter attached to these flowers.
I will quickly, but with some thought into it, write up a poem and address it from Stig.
Okay.
Alright, so I'll wrap this around the flowers. Go ahead, Stig.
He's got it in his hands. What do I do? What do I do? I've never done this before.
Just go in there and ask someone to hand it to her. It's already addressed from you, so you don't even have to say it's from you.
Stig will look at it. Is it just says from Stig, or does it say like to Aurora?
It says to Aurora, and it ends with your... Ooh, what would I have from? I probably would have just wrote from Stig.
I don't know. You do this to me all the time, Doug. So you. So.
You should be like, your eyes are like diamonds that glimmer in the light, and your wings are as brilliant as the sun. Or something along those lines.
Well, Galford wrote it.
It would definitely say something like, you are the light that shines within the darkness of my life. You are my guiding light. And I am forever thankful to you.
You are the light that blinds me, but in a good way, not like I can't see to where I don't know what I'm hitting. Stig will just run in and just like shut, like the first person he sees, he goes, give that to Aurora.
You see what seems to be like a young boy, like a squire. Okay.
And if she doesn't get them, I will hunt you down.
Make an intimidation check. He just shakes his head up and down and scurries off immediately.
Stig gives himself a nod of approval, and he will go back with Galford and Nix. Yeah, I think that's better. So let's go see how Caradwin and Mason are doing with their homework.
Caradwin and Mason, give me Constitution saving throws. Mason, you are up. Caradwin eventually falls asleep around 2 in the morning.
I'm gonna give Caradwin a flash of genius.
Oh, you could give that?
Yeah, I can give it to anybody within 30 feet of me who makes a ability check for saving throw.
So when Karen begins to nod off, trying to cram her homework, all this work into one night, you just kind of splash water on her or shock her, or you do something to wake her up.
Would I be able to do the Find Familiar ritual at this point?
Yes.
Like with Caradwin's help?
Yes. You guys set up the ritual that you need, and you begin to cast the spell Find Familiar. You do get you do form a contract, Mason, basically with a elemental being. Go into detail. Describe to me what transpires during this ritual.
I don't really know, like, what goes on, but the way, I don't know, the way I guess I'd phrase it is, I worship the primordial of Fire Frey, so it'd be kind of a meeting with them, and they'd basically give me a spark of themselves to become my familiar. Something like that, if that's how that works.
So, Caradon, when you use the Find Familiar spell, usually you peer into the elemental plane of darkness, so it's the shadow and whatnot, but you can feel the intense heat coming from the brazier from the elemental plane of fire. And it kind of the brazier kind of erupts into flame, and you see molten, maybe iron or magma, you're not sure. And then it begins to take form. What form does it take, Mason?
So right now it's the snake, the poisonous snake, familiar form.
So you see this, this fire snake Caradwin, in the brazier, and kind of slither and coil up to Mason.
And I shall call you Fulbright.
What was that, Mason?
Fulgurite.
All right. Does that mean anything?
So when lightning strikes in a desert, it melts the sand into glass, and that glass is called fulgurite.
Oh, okay.
You've seen Supernatural, haven't you? They went and got some fulgurite
Yeah.
for one of their rituals. Yay.
All right. So you have formed a pact with your familiar, and now you are now have wizard spells.
Yep. Now we can stay up all night and do homework.
Are you there, Connor?
You might be muted.
It says he's muted.
Yeah, on Discord he's muted.
He did say he was kind of sick.
Right.
Yeah, sorry about that. I have been coughing and sneezing and blowing
Oh,
tissues.
you're fine. I just want to make sure everything was okay. I didn't know if you had a response to the whole ritual or whatnot.
I did. I was muted. No, I Caradon would just say that that's quite an interesting familiar, and hope to examine it if given the opportunity. But
Just be gentle. They were just born now.
of course, I'll be as careful as I can.
And Morgan would be curious as well.
And you summoned this from the plane of fire, correct?
Yes, that's kind of where I'm from. I worship the primordial of fire. It all seems to work out that way.
Well, I'm very curious to see how that might benefit you in the long run. And yeah, I'll kind of take time to inspect the familiar and then continue on with it.
Just don't take too long. You got that essay over there.
I do have an essay that I'm procrastinating on.
But the night goes on. Galliford, Nix, and Stig. Once it's evening, the university's kind of closed, so you're not able to get in. So you do find an inn nearby, and you all get.
Stig will ask Galliford and Nix, you've been here recently. Is there an inn that you would prefer?
I think you
Probably-
stayed in the pins here, right? Where there was that one fight.
Yeah.
I believe it was called the Crossroads, because that's where my other character is.
Yep. It was Crossroads. Might as well go there.
All right.
Besides, I'm sure Caradwin will message us in the morning.
So you, Gallenford, Stig, and Nix, you get a full night's rest. Caradwin and Mason, essentially you have one level of exhaustion. Staying up all night doing homework, trying to help Caradwin get through her homework.
I summoned a bunch of bunnies and just was like in a bunny pile. She slept very warmly.
Yes, Stig will lay on the bed and he will throw his bag over his chest and go to sleep.
Allenford will write in the journal, since he has to log everything, before bed.
All right. Nix,
Yes.
as you are snuggled up in your bunny pile, nice and warm, comfortable,
Corpses.
you get a chill. It's not as comfortable as it was. It seems like somebody left a window open.
Shivers, kind of lifts up her head a little bit from the pile.
You're not in the pile anymore. You are on a cobblestone road. And in a dark, moonlit, ruined city.
Is this familiar to what I've seen before?
Yes.
She kind of screams up to the skies, "Why? Why do you keep bringing me here?"
You don't hear crying this time. You hear music. Like that from a music box.
She follows the sound.
It leads you back to your father's broken down wagon. But however, oh, go ahead.
Is anybody inside?
You appear inside. No. It seems to just bits are scattered everywhere. Like his tools and some seem to be like old tinkering projects. But you do hear the music behind you, and you turn around and you see what seems to be what looks like a giant 12-sided die. Not obviously it's about the size of a soccer ball.
Okay.
Right next to a well. It's on the lip of the well.
She looks into the well.
When you approach, you see a spindly hand slowly reach up and with one of each finger wrap around the ball and kind of lift it up and pull it down into the well. This hand is very pale and ghostly white. Different from the creature you have seen previously.
Huh. It's not the creature? It goes to chase after it.
You peer down the well before, as you see a silhouette, almost as in the darkness. Almost like a smiling face kind of looks at you as it goes down a tunnel with a long tongue kind of sticking out. And you wake up. You are back in your bunny pile, but you're back in your room.
I don't like this at all. She kind of grabs onto Bucky and just kind of squeezes him.
Feeling that you're frightened and whatnot, Bucky kind of hugs back. Morning comes, and you're all. You three are Stig and Gallenford. Nix, what do you do in the morning?
Guys, I didn't kill anyone last night.
Good? If I remember correctly, they serve breakfast downstairs. We can grab some food while we wait for Carrot One to message us.
Right. I had another dream again.
Was it the crying creature again?
No. There was this 12-sided die that was this big, and there was some pale-looking creature pulling it inside of a well.
That's odd. Gallenford will say as he's jotting down everything to keep track of what's going on. Did you see that card again?
I did. It had my father's tools inside. I don't know, maybe whatever it grabbed was something he was working on?
You think it's calling to you from her mom?
I think so.
Maybe we need to reconsider which direction we're going. After all, you guys went to Herman for Nix in the first time. Isn't that right?
Yeah, that's actually quite the coincidence now that I think about it.
Perhaps she's not finished there.
There was a ruined city there. Were there any cities on Herman?
I'm pretty sure there was at least one. One that's still standing, at least.
Say you don't know the name. You've never been there, even all the 6 years, just because of how dangerous. But there is, that there is a capital city there. Almost similar.
There is a place with buildings still standing in Herman. I'm sure we've seen it from a distance at least.
Last time, me and Carrot Gwen looked up info about that place because I was trying to point us there until I realized how far of a travel it was. There's a lot of lost lore and possibly magical things there, but it was very dangerous.
Believe me, I spent at least 6 years there on my own, and every day it felt like it was touch and go.
It is possible when we head into the Feywild there may be a quicker way through there.
I was also going to say that it might not be anything nefarious. It could just be that the experiences Nyx had there might have touched her a bit more deeply because she is a little more sensitive than the rest of us. Perhaps a visit to the Feywild would do her some good.
I was hearing a lot of voices back when we were at Hermon, so you're not wrong.
And I do feel like you might, out of all of us, you're gonna love the Feywild. I feel like its energy will reach out to you in a positive way.
I've always wanted to meet a mermaid.
Wait, what
What's
about
it?
a mermaid?
I said I've always wanted to go meet a mermaid. They have those in the Feywild, right? I wouldn't know.
Galliford, give me a history check.
Whoops, sorry.
You would know that mermaids aren't friendly creatures. They're very similar to the fish people that you encountered.
Yeah, I never mentioned this because of Carrotwind's phobia, and there's a reason why I never disputed her when she said she saw the fish people, but mermaids are dangerous. So I have my songs. Their songs allow them to drag people into the ocean and hold them down there.
The storybooks were wrong. They're not these beautiful creatures who just want to go on land and find their true love.
Oh no. No, they finding their true love is a trick to get you to the shore, and then they don't want to come up shore, they want to bring you down there. Not quite sure what happens once you're dragged down, other than the fact that you drown if you can't breathe underwater.
Oh. Well, are there
So
any
you've,
nice
you've-
space creatures?
So you've met these mermaids before, Galliford?
I've seen one here or there. My brother and his companions kept me more at afar to learn things when they did their work.
Man, it must be tough if you have to take down a mermaid. I mean, it wouldn't be so bad if you could breathe water. And Stig will scratch his neck, and Galliford, you can see gills forming. I mean, if you could breathe underwater, it'd be no problem.
Now that would have been useful.
Yeah, when we were fighting those shark people on the way back.
Oh yeah, I never told you about my story. Or did I?
What story is that?
On how I came here, or why I came here.
Stig will sigh and goes, I'm pretty sure you have, but go ahead.
Must have been Mason I didn't tell. It's hard to keep track.
Waitress, breakfast, 3 breakfast plates.
She comes and delivers your three plates of breakfast. Caradwin and Mason, you have bags underneath your eyes. You're kind of hopped up on coffee, and you do find out where the rest of the group is, and you come dragging your feet in. And see the group enjoying a delicious breakfast.
Coffee.
Late nights, guys?
Yeah, totally. Lots of writing and paperwork and formulas and stuff.
Were you able to help her finish all her homework?
I think we got enough of it. We'll get like at least a passing grade, maybe a B.
Chardrin, you're awfully quiet.
She looks like a walking zombie.
She looks like Beauregard. Yeah, don't mind her. She's probably just sleeping. Sleepwalking or something.
Pokes her. Chardrin?
What's on the thing for today?
I think we need to find us a portal to the Feywild.
I'll open up my compass and see if it still points to the one just outside the capital that Gallenford would have came through.
All right. It does seem at the moment to point in that general direction.
Oh, we might be in luck. I think it's still there.
I hate to mention this, but we don't have our cart, I don't think.
Did you intend to take a cart to the Feywilds?
I just am making sure everyone's comfortable sleeping outside.
I just need to grab my tent off a cricket.
I keep forgetting about the horses.
You you all gather your gear. Do you take your horses to the location?
I believe so.
Yes,
We'll
I
just
think that will be. Oh. Gallenford is trying to think how Beauregard will be viewed in the Feywild.
You know there are many a creature in the Fey. We'll see what happens if you decide to take him.
I'll leave that to Carriagewin, and I'll just help negotiate if things go oddly.
He'll probably find us anyway if we leave him. He has his way of coming back to us. Back from the dead. We're on Galliford. Let's find this portal thingy.
All right. You all take off to the location of where Galliford has entered from the Autumn Feywild into the material plane. And we'll end the session there.
Yes.
We don't find the portal?
Not yet.
Okay.